Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Pokemon Prism WEDLOCKE Challenge. In the last episode, we did quite a bit actually. We finally have the ability to use Surf outside of battle, which is really cool. And we beat the 6th gym leader of the game, getting ourselves the Haze badge from, I forget her name. She was weird, really weird gym leader. But with that all aside, we now have the ability to surf, so you might be expecting me to go back and do all the places that we can do now that we can use surf. And, well, it's a headache. I did it, but I did it off screen, and I hope nobody really is too upset about that. I'll point out a lot of the highlights. I also did quite a bit. I did a lot of inventory management. I cleared up our whole bag pretty much and deposited everything in the PC held item-wise that we don't need. And I also got some encounters at different places. I hope nobody's too upset about that. I just would like to continue on with the story and not really do too much backtracking. I find those episodes to be really boring. But I put everything in the PC. I found a poison barb. I might have already had that. Yeah, I already had that. I found a protector, which one thing I want to point out in the last episode, I ran into a Rhyhorn over by the entrance to the Naljo League. And I said I already got an encounter. I hadn't actually gotten an encounter for that area. So I ran away from our encounter being the Rhyhorn, which is unfortunate. But I do have something to point out about that in a second. So we got this protector. I got that somewhere. I don't even remember. Back where we did that puzzle with the switches, that little pool that you could surf, there was a protector behind it. Got a Twisted Spoon, which is south of Trina City. I got a Dragon Fang, which I think was east of the Fighting Gym Town, past the pool. And I got a Thunderstone. And I believe I got something else held item-wise. Everybody's a lot higher level than they were in the last episode, because this is just from fighting all the trainers that I fought, all the water trainers that I ran into. None of them were really hard. There were a couple fire breathers that were pretty difficult, but I was leading with Denim and Slack, so it was really easy. It wasn't really anything to point out, but I recorded everything just in case something were to happen, and nothing did, so I don't have to put that in the video or anything. It's no big deal. Let's see. Mystic Water. I was given a second Mystic Water by surfing in the Mountain Cave. We already had one, which was put on Brayden here, but now Leaf has one as well. And I believe that covers it for hidden items, or for held items. So now, one thing I want to point out is our TMs. I got TM24 Dragon Breath. I don't remember where. I apologize. I got TM30 Shadow Ball, which was surfing in Heath Village. I got... let's see. I got TM56 Seismic Toss, I believe. I got TM77 Body Slam, which I taught to Denim in place of Return, because I thought it might have been Fairy, but it's not. It's just normal. TM78 Noise Pulse, which is interesting. I taught that to Leaf in her place of Zen Headbutt, just for some extra coverage. And that is it for the TMs, I believe. Now, for our encounters, because I did get some encounters at a couple of places. By surfing in the Regen region at Botan Town, or Botan City, there is a hidden Pokemon Center where there isn't supposed to be Pokemon Centers there. So, there was also a Pachisi board next to it, a second one, which is where I got this Rhyhorn, which is pretty cool because we got the Protector. I'll get into that in a second. I got L, the Feebas, in Caper City. I got that while surfing, which was pretty cool. I'm glad I caught it, because I wasn't really thinking about it, but I was like, wait, we hadn't gotten a Pokemon here. So I got that, which is pretty neat. I went to a ruins area, which is really cool. I explored it for a little bit. I couldn't really find any way to get through the place. It's like a big puzzle. Maybe we'll go there at some point, but that was in the Naljo ruins. And I got Munch, the Trapinch, which I wanted to use our Shiny Ball on, but I kind of wanted to do that on screen, so I refrained from doing so. And Dakota's what I use to fly, just to save some time. And we got ourselves this Rhyhorn in the Pachisi board, which is in Botan City. And this Rhyhorn is shiny. No, I didn't run into a shiny Pokemon. I used our Shiny Ball. Because it was my first encounter on the Pachisi board, I thought, what a great place to use a Shiny Ball. Rhyperior's Shiny's awesome. We got the Protector. And since I knew I was going to get another Shiny Ball from that Pachisi board, which I did, after playing it for quite a while, I thought, why not just use this one? So we got a shiny Rhyhorn named Shark, which is pretty cool. I believe that covers it. That should be everything I did. I wanted to go over absolutely everything. As for our money situation, I was down to about 20,000 after the Pachisi board, but now we have 42,000, which was because I sold all of our PP ups and elixirs and max revives and revives that I had been hanging on to. I sold all of those, so we would have some money going forward, and I also bought a couple extra potions. So now for inventory, we're going to be really set. The quick ball I had was used to catch the Feebas, by the way, if anybody was curious about that. And that would be what everything looks like. I kept the essentials in here, bought some super potions, and some full heals. And that's about it. So we can finally continue on. I know that was a lot of rambling, but the only other place that we can go as of right now is east here on Route 80. And, well, we can surf east of here, which is really cool. So I'm going to put up a rappel and get to surfing, I suppose. So give me a second. Alright, guys. So if you guys are wondering about that shiny ball on where I'm going to use it, really, it's just going to be my own judgment. I'm not allowed to use it. Did it say 300 steps for a max repel? That's pretty good. Maybe that's why they're more expensive. Who knows? But I'm not allowed to use the shine. Where is that to? That's interesting. I'm not allowed to use the shiny ball to get a free shiny claws Pokemon. That's not how it works. I also put Clap Clap up front, by the way. This route has some very strange weather patterns, apparently. Well, hopefully we don't have to see anything too strange here. That wouldn't be the best. But I'm not allowed to use it for a, to get a free Pokemon with shiny claws, basically. I'm only allowed to use it on my encounter for the route. So I'm not sure if it's like a Master Ball and it's 100% of the time, because it's so rare and different. But I hope that's the case, because I would hate to lose the shiny ball and not get to show it on screen. But I guess I would be throwing it. Oh man, Flail from the Seeking. Okay, that didn't do very much. Our Pokemon seem very bulky in this playthrough for some reason. Like, maybe it's just me, but I know Seeking doesn't have the best attack stat, and it wasn't that low, but still. These water trainers are pretty boring. That's why I, didn't want to put it all in a big montage or whatever of going and visiting everything. It was just nice to kind of do it on my own time, but these water trainers definitely get repetitive. And I was talking about that a lot in my first series I did on the channel, about how it's really hard to commentate when you're on these long water routes, because there's really nothing to talk about, and it's kind of hard to commentate. That's why I didn't really do any of the water trainers on my Omega Ruby Wedlocke, which was the first series I did on the channel. But hopefully I'll be a little bit better at it. Clapclap's trying to learn Sweet Kiss. I mean, I always forget which one this is. I'm not going to teach it. I always get Lovely Kiss and Sweet Kiss mixed up, and I'm pretty sure Sweet Kiss is Confusion and Lovely Kiss is Sleep. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. And I can't fight a Ludicolo with Crash, so I mean, we're just gonna do this. At least the trainers around here seem to be pretty powerful. That's, that's pretty good at least. And they're not too weak or anything, but Clap can still clear through them pretty easily with Return. So can anybody, really, except for Crash. Which is unfortunate, because Crash, is going to get behind on levels, but there's really not too much I can do about that. So that's it for Swimmer Cindy. And I know I have a Repel up, but we can also get an encounter here, since we haven't yet. I'm kind of hold out. Oh, that's pretty interesting. Let me look at the map. Oh, okay, we're supposed to go down. So we're actually pretty close to Saxifrage Island, which is where we're supposed to go next. Have we been to that town? Yes, Fallacia Town. Then where are we really supposed to head after this? This is interesting. I know they'll point it out, but I'm kind of curious. I don't know. We'll figure it out, I suppose. But I thought we were going to the right here, but instead we're going down, which is interesting. If you're wondering where I got that second golden token in my bag, if you happen to notice that, I got that on a little platform that looks like that somewhere. I don't remember where I was, though, when I did it. Let's lead with Denim for this guy. Also, if you hear a little strange noise in the background for this episode, I apologize for that, but I have the fan on, and normally you guys know my air conditioner. With the place I'm in, you hear the air conditioner quite a lot in my videos, but that's a different sound than a fan, and I'm not really sure how this fan sounds in videos, because it's new, and they make a more concentrated sound, and the fan is closer to me than the air conditioner is. So I really do apologize if this video is a lot different because of that. I'll definitely have that fixed in the next episode, or any video after this for that point, once I know how loud it really is. But I don't know. My voice usually overrides those things, the ambient background noises, but I know my microphone is really good, so it picks that stuff up big time. And if you're wearing headphones, it might be this really concentrated sound that gets really annoying really quick. So I apologize for that. But hopefully I won't run out of things to say on this awful water route, and it will be kind of sheltered, I suppose. So while I was fighting some water trainers, I saw this Whalmer, or not just this Whalmer, but a lot of water types using this move here, Lewis Sight, which could have killed Denim there, which would have been horrible. But I thought it used Pursuit for a second, with how it lagged for a second. But this is definitely probably a gas type attack, but I have no idea what Lewis Sight is. I'm sure it's some type of chemical or gas or something like that. But it seems like a pretty good gas type attack, and I'm curious as to why Whalmer and these other water types get it. Maybe we'll get a TM for it at some point, who knows. I would like to see somebody learn it, like Crash, potentially, since that would let me know what it is, since I can check it. I'm also not too sure how the sound type works. I'm actually going to guess that the next gym leader is going to be the sound type, seeing as how the latest gym leader was the gas type, which was a new type. I'm guessing that they're going to do something with the sound type, since we haven't really seen anything about that type at all in this game so far. Except, you know, maybe like Wigglytuff or Jigglypuff or something. Or the sound ballad. That's really the only thing that we've ever run into sound-wise. So far, anyways. So, that's kind of my guess for it. But this is what Noise Pulse does. It's an attack that may cause confusion. It's 90% accurate, 75 power. It's not the greatest thing. Oh, and Leaf learned Seed Bomb, which is really good. Oh, I didn't know you could go back and forth like this. This is pretty good. Yeah, I don't have anything else to check. I'm going to go ahead and put Leaf up front. Leaf and Braden haven't fought in this episode, and I don't really feel like healing up Denim or Clap Clap, especially if there's, like, somewhere I can, you know, heal up nearby. I'm guessing we're going to get close to a Pokemon Center, maybe? Who knows? I'm not going to stop on the docks to see if there's any items. I don't really feel like that's necessary. I'm going to go ahead and skip past this guy for a second. I'll come back, though. I do fight everybody, so I'll fight him. What is this? A Dragon Scale. Interesting. One thing I want you guys to point out, I'll probably look this up, but feel free to tell me if you know. But how do you evolve trade Pokemon in this game? I'll probably look it up, so I guess it's not that big of a deal telling me. But I really have no idea how that's supposed to work, because I don't know how you trade on an emulator. I really have no idea. I say we fight this guy. And then I'll go back and fight that sailor, or whatever his name is, a fisherman, probably. Oh, there's Swimmer Jaden. We had a Tailo named Jaden this playthrough. Yeah, these guys are so annoying. They have the same Pokemon. This is so boring. Well, at least Braden has Earthquake, which can, you know, pretty much decimate this Tentacruel, seeing as how they're pretty weak to physical attacks, and they're definitely weak to ground-type attacks. But they seem to be pretty fast. I don't know. I know Tentacruel are pretty quick. I remember somebody in the Discord was talking about it, saying I think that their speed is base 100, which is pretty crazy. I never really thought that Tentacruel were that fast, but they definitely are. And here's another Seeking 5 billion so far. Not this episode, but I have run into quite a few of them. And it seems to be pretty good, though, that Seeking doesn't have Horn Drill in this game. Oh yeah, I have Seed Bomb. Wow, that attack looks cool. It looks like Explosion. Yeah, Leaf is my guy for this route. Holy crap, my girl, I should say. A Gyarados. A Whalmer. Everybody has the same Pokemon. This is no fun to commentate. It's like, I guess this guy has a girl's name, according to me anyways. Yeah, according to you. I could get into song references, but I have something I kind of want to talk about, and it's interesting because it's hard for me to commentate these Prism episodes, I've noticed, because I have topics that I like to talk about that I'd like to save for, you know, an actual main series episode, because I know not everybody watches this series, and I'd like to get everybody's opinions on things, and this series gets drastically lower views than my White 2 Wedlock does, which I understand. I'm pretty against ROM hacks and against randomizers and stuff like that, so I can understand why, you know, some people wouldn't want to watch this series. If I was, like, if Maryland did this, and I was a viewer and hadn't done YouTube or anything, I would most certainly have not watched this series. But, so I'm guessing, you know, it looks like 250 of you feel the same way, which I understand. I just wanted to do this game because it looked really different, and I really like Pokemon Crystal, and I kind of wanted to shake something up a little bit. And with how much I love Pokemon Crystal, it just looked like a really cool game. And it definitely is so far, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. And I don't think I'm going to do the post-game, because I was told the last gym in the post-game is like level 96 or something like that. Like, the level limit for it would be, like, level 96. I really don't want to train to level 96. I don't feel like doing a red type thing. I had recently done that in a game that I can't speed up. And I really don't want to train like that. So I probably won't do the post-game. I might revisit it at some point. But it looks like we only have 2 gyms left. And then we'll be in our final hour, I suppose, if you want to say it like that. So this Azumarill using Perish Song is pretty funny, because Denim tried to learn Perish Song, and it was kind of hilarious. It was like my... Oh, Dizzy Punch. Don't confuse me, because that would be really bad, actually. Okay. It's like my Drifblim and my Moon Wedlock trying to learn Explosion on the final level before the Elite Four. It was like, I trained everybody level 60, and he grew to level 60 and wanted to learn not Perish Song. I wanted to learn Explosion at the very end, and I was like, buddy, you've got so much to live for. You're almost there. It's kind of the same thing, because Denim, and I mean, it's not dangerous, because I can just switch out, but I always found Perish Song to be a really bad attack, because who stays in? The AI always seems to switch out. Is Gas super effective against grass? I don't remember. No, it's not very effective against grass. That's interesting. I know it's neutral against water. That's strange. Why would gas not be good against grass? You think it would kill grass, like plants and stuff? Who knows? That's an interesting design choice. But as for design choice in this game is so well designed, it's ridiculous. When I was doing the surf exploring and stuff, I noticed that there's so much in this game that is so well laid out. Like, the map is so perfectly designed. It's like amazing how they thought of everything, and how the caves would connect, and how different things would work. I'm just so shocked with how much love was put into this game. It's really crazy to me. It's really well done, and it's a shame that it was taken down, but I definitely recommend playing through it, even if it's a normal playthrough. It's really worth it. It really is. Even that's coming from somebody that doesn't like ROM hacks and stuff. I can definitely vouch for this one. So as you guys saw there, we got TM 26. Was it 26 or 24? 25. That's supposed to be Earthquake. No, Earthquake's 26. Corm's Derpin. That's okay. Yeah, but only people that can learn it was Clap, and Slacks. Not worth it. It's just not. Speaking of, I'm gonna put Slacks up front. I kind of want to avoid this guy, and I will if I can, just because they all have the same Pokemon. As you guys have seen, everybody on this route has had the exact same Pokemon. I don't feel like doing it anymore. Also, if my audio sounds a little different, I actually turned the game audio up. Yeah, I don't have to fight this guy, or do I? Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm not going to. I know I fight everybody, but he's just a waste of my time, let's be honest. If there's like a cool trainer on a ledge or something up here, I'd fight him. Yeah, I don't want to fight this guy. They're just boring. Here we are. Finally, a new area. So, this looks like it's connected to the... Excuse me. Do we have strength? I could have swore we didn't have that yet. Excuse me? Yeah, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Where are we? Maybe we're supposed to go this way. South of Fallacia Town? I have no clue where we're supposed to go next, because this area was blocked off by somebody that wanted an ID. I'm gonna talk to this guy. Maybe he's a trainer that'll tell me what I need to do. Other than that, I'll just cut ahead to where I'm supposed to go. He's a trainer. He says, I'm trying to escape from that dreadful prison. You're not gonna stop me, never. Is this like a swimmer burglar? This is a female? Swimmer Dina? Has a tentacle. Everybody has the same thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut to where I'm supposed to go next. Alright, everybody. Here is south of Fallacia Town. The town with the fighting type gym leader. And down here, I already fought all these trainers, like I said, when I went and did everything with Surf. Down here is where I got Sound Pulse, if anybody is wondering. And I thought this was a dead end, because this guy says I need Naljo ID or something like that. But we can't go that way. And this is the ruins that I caught the Trapinch in. There's these cool hot springs that'll heal up your Pokemon, which is really cool. It's like a little Pokemon Center in here, which is really nice. And it seems that we have to explore this place to continue on in the game. So, I'll go over what I did, because I did do some work down here, but I still really don't get how this place works. So, there are basically these little potholes like this that when you fall down in them, it'll take you down to the next floor. Well, those things weren't there to begin with. I believe I put those there by stepping over them. There was a yellow Palette Patroller standing here that I did defeat. I used denim and slacks for it. He was no problem whatsoever with those two. And that's about all I did. I came over here, came up these steps, and the only progress that I made after that was not that. I got a blue jewel, which is in my key items pocket. And I believe, from what I've gathered of looking what I'm supposed to do, I need 4 of these different jewels to continue on in the game. Which is a really big pain, because this place is a nightmare to explore. So I'm going to try my best to find them with you guys here. I don't want to do too much cutting if I don't have to, but I would like to find them without too much time. So I'm going to guess that there's another hole next to this, and I can jump over that with my jumping shoes. And I can get a gas mask. That's interesting. I really have no idea what that is used for, but it goes in the key items pocket, so it might be pretty useful. So I probably should use repels, but there's a Rhyhorn in here, which is pretty cool, I suppose. But we already have one, and we already got an encounter here. So I'm going to go ahead and put up a max repel. And I say we continue to explore this place, and hopefully we can get through here pretty quickly. I hope it's not as bad as it looks. It looks like it's pretty hard to explore, in my opinion. What is this? Oh, there's an item over there, but once again, another pothole. But we should be able to jump over that and grab this item, which is a pearl. So it's a useless item. It's just a random item, but it's some money, which, you know, money in this game is always really helpful. Hopefully we don't run into any more potholes. It's so annoying when that happens. Oh, what's this? Okay, a new area. Let's see. What is that? I'm guessing there's going to be a hole there. So let's go around. And there's a hole there anyways. Of course there is. I'm trying not to get lost. I guess making holes is okay. Oh, and there was also a switch on a wall that I pushed. When I got the blue jewel. So maybe that switch does something. What made me remember that is because that switch down there. Maybe we have to push all the switches. I really don't know what they do. It was pretty cryptic about what it does. But here's 3 max repels, which is pretty huge in my opinion. I like that a lot. And another hole, of course, which I don't like that a lot. I'm going to go take that staircase. Maybe there's something in that staircase. And I would like to push that switch, if nothing else, because it seems to be pretty important. I know there's going to be a hole. There's not. Wow. The switch is on a labeled tell 'em. Oh, turn it off? Okay. I don't know what that does, but hopefully we were supposed to do that. Ooh, the green Palette Patroller. Uh-oh. What is this? I don't know what this is. What is this? Is this anything? There's a hole in the ceiling. It would be quite the view if you could somehow get up there. Not a clue. Oh, what is this? The chest is locked. It looks like 4 items can fit in the front. Could this be a way to unlock this thing? Yeah, so we need the jewels to put into that thing. I really don't want to fight this guy. I really don't. But I guess Crash and Clap Clap can do the job. So I'm guessing he'll have a grass type and Leafeon. So let's do it. Could you just stop already? We're looking for the shards of the Turtle Guardian. We'll be wealthy if we can find and deliver them to those scientists. We've only found some worthless jewels so far. But you're not getting this one. Alright, so there must be a jewel behind this guy. So we have to fight him. Palette Green. Palette Yellow had some interesting dialogue to say. He said that there are only 2 left, just Yellow and Green, and they're in this cave to try and make a whole bunch of money, basically. And ooh, I hope Psychic's not good against gas. It doesn't seem to be the case. Alright. But these are the only 2 Palette Patrollers left so far, which is pretty good. They're almost all gone, because these guys can definitely be super annoying, but it seems like Crash is going to do some really good work to this Xatu. As long as we can take that Psybeam, no problem, which I knew she could. Mustard Gas to finish off Xatu. And I don't know what else he has. I'm recalling Leafeon, but I can't think of any other green Pokemon that he'll have. But we're about to find out, because his next Pokemon is going to be Ludicolo. Okay, we don't want that, because water would be super effective against us. We need Crash to get out of there, and let Clap Clap take this thing on. So I've been noticing a lot of the comments that I've been getting on this series, which I haven't been getting very many comments, so if you are watching this and enjoying it and haven't really been saying anything, please feel free to, so I know you're there. Because I'm not gonna lie, I've been pretty demotivated with this series the past few episodes. It's fun, I enjoy the game, just I feel like I'd enjoy it in my own time a little bit better. That's just how I've been feeling as of late. So a little bit of encouragement would be nice if you guys do enjoy it. But I've noticed that a lot of people really like Clap Clap. Clap Clap's seeming to be the team favorite, which is pretty sweet because I've never really used a Lopunny before, and he's been doing really, really good work in this playthrough, so I'm definitely really liking Clap Clap, and I hope he can make it to the end for sure. But it's cool to see that he's getting a lot of love there. So next up we have a Leafeon, which I'm going to try and do with Crash, because I believe Gas is not good against Grass. But Leafeon has a ton of defense, so we're going to want to attack that thing with a special attack like Ember. I know Ember's not the best thing. Hopefully we can get something better. And hopefully Grass isn't super effective against Gas. And it doesn't seem to be the case. Okay, let's go. Oh, actually it is. Grass is super effective against Gas, because it would have been not very effective against Crash because of fire. So that's good to know. Grass is super effective against Gas. It's pretty strange, and that's hard to say as well. It's like a tongue twister. But Ember's going to do over half to Leafeon, and we'll be able to take it out with one more. So let's try and guess what his final Pokemon is going to be. It must be new, because he's got 5 Pokemon this time instead of the 4 that I think he had previously. So I don't know. What is a green Pokemon? A Tangrowth? A Tyranitar? Holy crap! That's nutto. Oh, Lord. A Tyranitar? Wow. He had this before. He had a Pupitar. I remember it. I think. Or maybe not, because Pupitar wouldn't have been green. I don't know, but I'm really worried about Clap Clap. Ooh, we have Drain Punch. That's 4 times effective. Eat that Drain Punch, Tyranitar. You're about to get dusted. Not quite enough to take it out, but it will fully heal us. And we'll put up... Yeah, it's going to use Iron Defense. It's done. Nice work, Clap Clap. This is what I mean. Clap Clap is so good. I hope he can earn a boss stamp soon. The only Pokemon on our team that's really deserved one is Slack so far, obviously. But Clap Clap has definitely done really good work. I'll definitely keep that in mind if he ever does something in the near future that's pretty shocking. Nice work, guys. Clap Clap and Crash did really good work there. Another man's trash, another man's delusion. That's pretty good. I like that one. Look, I need to get paid, you know. Everyone needs to make a living somehow. Yeah, you gotta do it efficiently, though. You gotta do it legitimately, I mean. Whatever. Here's a white jewel. We have 2 of the 4 jewels. I really don't know where I'm supposed to go next. But I'm thinking we need to go down a little bit. Okay, let's try this. I really have no idea how I'm supposed to get those other jewels. What about up here? Anything. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, hello. Hello there. How are you? Oh, the red jewel. That worked out perfectly. Nice. We only have 1 jewel remaining to claim the $500,000 grand prize. I don't know where that came from. Me and my reality TV loving, I suppose. Even though it really didn't make any sense. So, if that's the case there, I believe over here where I had that switch that I pulled that I was talking about. Yeah, somewhere over here. Yeah, we gotta snake our way through here. Jump over this. And then run past this. This is where I pulled that switch. Something I noticed is that this is blocked off over here. I'm gonna push this again. Oh, this is already off. So I guess you have to turn those switches off, because then you can't turn them back on. Alright, so it looks like this area is blocked off. So, my idea is to go to the very top and then drop down on purpose. Kind of like we just did with the red jewel. Even though we really had no idea what we were doing. Yeah, this is where the blue jewel was, if anybody's curious. It was in this little area over here. But where is the last one? Red, white, blue, and green, I'm gonna guess? Is this the other one? I have no idea. Let's climb the staircase and then go this way, and maybe we can drop down. Let's try this one over here. I mean, what's the harm? Ooh, what is this? TM37 Sandstorm. Okay. I don't think I'll ever get any use out of that, but it's there nonetheless. So let's drop down this one. And what about this one? Okay, so that puts me over here. I don't want to put too much running around with like a chicken with its head cut off in this episode, but I suppose it is a big part of the episode to put this in. What about this one? Is that gonna put me down there? Alright, put me right back there. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and look around for a little bit, and I'll cut back to when I find the last jewel. or the way to get the last jewel, that is. Alright guys, I got an idea. So here's the staircase that leads to that area, I believe, that had the staircase to the chest. I don't remember. But I went this way and it had a hole, so I'm gonna jump it. Ooh, there's 3 things. Is this like an electrode? Okay, it's a Pokemon, obviously. But we're making progress, because we haven't been over here at all yet. And unfortunately, I'm leading with Crash, which means I'm not going to be able to run away. Oh, I have to fight it. Can I switch? Yeah, I can switch. Good, because Crash can't fight a Golbat, not at that health. And she's pretty slow, so I'm going to let Clap Clap do it. Oh, wow, Sludge Bomb. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty strong attack. I like to see that. And it was a crit. I'm glad that was a crit, because if it did that much damage in a normal attack, I'd be pretty concerned. But Clap Clap can take this guy out with an Ice Punch. Yeah, and I know a crit does a certain amount of damage, so I know it won't kill me here. Which is good, unless it poisons me. Yeah. It's not the most ideal thing in the world. We can take it out, and then we can switch or something. And I'll use a full heal on that poison. Because back then, poison killed outside of battle, which would definitely count as a death. We don't want that to happen. Let's go ahead and use a full heal on Clap Clap. And I'm not going to switch them out. I'm not going to heal them up or anything. I'm just going to switch them out, because I kind of want to conserve items when we're not using them as an active pair. And here's another Pokemon, which is a Swablu. Wow, that would have been so cool. That's interesting. It's like a only in this Pokeball sort of thing. Or maybe it's in this cave, but it's just extremely rare, which is possible. Kind of like Torkoal was in the Firelight Caverns, but who knows? Potentially. But we already got a Pokemon, so we couldn't get it anyways. And the last thing is the Brown Jewel. Alright. Looks like we have all of the jewels, which is awesome. Use one more repel, hopefully, and I believe this was the way to the chest. I don't remember if it was or not, but we'll find the chest. Yeah, it is. There's a staircase over here. Let's do that. Up to the chest. Place all the jewels in the front of the holes, and we get a Prism Jewel. That makes sense. Okay. I like that. Awesome. I don't know what this thing is over here, but you know, maybe we'll figure it out at some point. If any of you guys know, you guys can feel free to tell me if you'd like. I really don't mind. That would be appreciated, I suppose. So let's go ahead and drop down to the bottom and try to get out of here. I'm pretty sure I know my way out. Well, yeah, let's drop down one more time, and then I'll know where to get out. I know this. I just want to leave it on screen so you guys know how to get out for yourselves. So don't jump down there or down there. Now that we're on this floor, we can go down here and leave. Awesome. Okay. So, this guy over here wants the grand prize from this place, basically. So I'm going to heal up really quick, just in case he happens to be a battle. And then I'll give him the Prism Jewel and see where we can go next. So let's talk to him. My word, I've never seen a beauty like this before in my life. Please take this. With this, I don't need it anymore. The man handed you a fake ID. As far as everyone else is concerned, you are now a true citizen of Naljo. I had to use it to stay in this region undetected by certain people who say they want the past of this land destroyed. But now at last, the Prism Jewel is in my hands, and I can finally return home. Goodbye. Okay, that is totally not shady whatsoever. Very interesting. Okay, so we got a fake ID. I'm going to keep the repels up, because now I believe with this fake ID, we can finally do some progression in this game. Not that that wasn't progression. And we can go over here to where this guy was blocking, show him our ID, and finally go in this cave. Can't let anybody in here without a proper Naljo ID. Thanks for showing me your ID card. I'll now let you visit the island. Is this your first time visiting? Well, Saxifrage is where we lock up those who commit crimes, criminals. You can look at them, but please don't feed them. After all, it's like a zoo, but with less rights. That's cold. Alright, where are we now? Is this still Route 78? Yeah, it is. Okay. Let's go over here. Here we are on Route 79. So we haven't gotten a Pokemon here, and we didn't get a Pokemon over here either by that Strength Boulder that we were stuck at. Also, those 2 trainers at the end that I skipped, I did fight them, and they did have different Pokemon, kind of. One of them had a Vaporeon, one of them had a Blastoise, but it was still the same old stuff. I just really didn't feel like putting it in the episode. I just fought them, no problem. So, let's put these guys up front and fight this guy, I suppose. Yep, it's a trainer. Yo, my brother, I'm the biggest Ponyta fan ever. So, this guy must be a Fire-type trainer, or maybe just a Ponyta fan. Pokefan Craig has himself a Ponyta. See, it's easier to commentate when they have different Pokemon other than Swimmer Darlene has a Seaking. Oh boy, Swimmer Naomi has a Seaking, yeah. Oh, look at that. Swimmer Jared has a Seeking. It's the same stuff. It's no fun. But Pokefan Craig here has a Ponyta because he likes his horses spicy. You know what I'm saying? Pretty fired up. Yeah. Do you have 2 more Ponyta? Because that would also be... Okay, he has a Rapidash, which I guess is something. So I fought a Fire Breather earlier on off screen when I was doing the surfing stuff that had a Rapidash. And it has Flare Blitz, of all things, which blew me away. It was so powerful that it was shocking. And it was on Denim, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But it still really caught me off guard. Like, holy crap, Flare Blitz? That's nuts. But, you know, it was pretty neat to see. I like the difficulty in this game, even if it wasn't that difficult for me at the exact time. But I've had my own, you know, experiences with this game where it was drastically difficult at the beginning. You guys remember, look at the death counter. There's 12 deaths. We haven't really had a death other than Nitro since the beginning of the game. Well, the early parts of the game, which is really good. I was begging at the beginning of the game to have a solid team moving forward and not have any problems. And you know what? I really think that's where we're at right now. Look at our team. We've got 6 solid Pokemon, and we're doing pretty good. Like, as of right now, I'm really happy with the team. We're not struggling too bad. We've got these guys who have been here forever, pretty much. Other than Leaf and Brayden. But they've been here for quite a while. Since the 4th gym, I think, now. And Crash is definitely working her way up there. So I'm going to go ahead and heal up Crash, because I'd like to use her some more. Even though she's kind of rounded up now. Looks like there's some more trainers here. I don't know. I want to get a Pokemon, but I don't want to get a water type when there might be grass. Because, you know, the grass could be something a little bit different. I'd like to surf around some of these trainers and see if there's anything that I can do. I've got a Repel up, so I'm not too concerned about wild Pokemon. And I'm pretty sure it'd be a Tentacool or a Tentacruel or something anyways. Yeah, it looks just like there's just a couple trainers. This is a water route, so I'd expect it. I'm gonna fish one time, and then I'll just go without an encounter. I don't need anything. Yeah, let's go do that. Let's use our Good Rod really quick. Hopefully we get something. I'll just fish a couple times. I'd like to get one Pokemon with it. Here we go. We got something. Maybe it'll be something interesting like a Quillfish or something. Who knows? Just a Tentacool. I mean, I had to try because I'd like to see if we can get an encounter. But I'd say we have a good amount of Pokemon in the PC. It doesn't really matter. We don't need a water type. Let's fight this guy, who I'm gonna guess is a bird catcher. He gave all of his Pokemon a bunch of protein. They now have no problem taking me down. Well, hopefully they're special attackers. Cool trainer Jeremy. Rhett. I knew a Rhett. He was alright. He wasn't so bad. He was one of those kids, he was in the grade below me, and he was one of those kids that was picked on really bad. I could tell that he was bullied pretty hardcore, and which was really unfortunate because he seemed like a really nice kid. But then I kind of met him, and he was pretty mean. Like, he was a very condescending person from what I remember. And it's like, you know, I mean, it might come from the bullying, I suppose. Like, it might stem from that. But, you know, if you're mean and you're not a nice person to be around, I can see why somebody would pick on you. You know what I mean? Like, bullying is absolutely wrong. Never do it. But it was... I expected somebody cheerful who just wanted a friend, and it was hard to be a friend, if that makes sense. And, I don't know. He was also one of those kids who was, like, kind of, like, pretty nerdy, kind of like me, and he was really scrawny and stuff, and probably couldn't defend himself too much, but towards the end of, before I left the school, he, like, got into sports and bulked up and stuff, and it's, like, one of those stories, like, they picked on him, and then he bulked up and stuff, and they're like, not no more, you know what I mean, type thing. I don't know, it's pretty funny. It's just, you can tell when there's those kids that get bullied, that beef up at the gym and stuff, and then they look like The Rock all of a sudden. It's kind of funny. I never was one of those cases, because I didn't get bullied to the point where I was getting beat up and stuff. Nobody at my school could beat me up. Look at me, I'm huge. But, you know, there's situations where there's a short kid or somebody that's kind of scrawny that gets beat up and shoved in lockers and stuff. I understand that. It happens all the time at big schools and stuff, but, you know, I wouldn't fit in a locker. They'd end up shoving themselves in the locker because I'm calling myself fat, basically. Even though I'm really not that big, I'm just big. Like, I'm not very... I've done this before. I'm not very fat. Like, I'm fat, but I'm also big. Like... you know, one of those big people, you know, like 6'1", you know, like 250 pounds. It's like that video. I don't encourage you guys to look this up if you don't like bullying or anything, but if you, like, there was this video, I don't know how to explain it, of this kid in Australia, I think it was. It was a viral bullying video that, oh god, this could get bad. This viral bullying video where, this really, really big kid was getting picked on by, like, this 4-foot tall kid. This could actually kill Crash right here, which is frightening to me because it's neutral. Plus a growth. Okay, very close. Holy crap. I probably shouldn't have risked it like that. I keep forgetting that grass isn't resisted. Burn it? No, okay. But he was getting picked, and then this big kid just decides to slam him. And I don't know, like, I understand defending yourself, but I was one of those kids in school that was always very pro not getting in trouble. When I left my... If this crits me, please don't. Please don't crit me. I just don't want to do this right now. Okay. I might be able to take it out. I left my school. I had never gotten in trouble once. No detention, no demerit. Nothing bad at all. And I took pride in that. I was the only kid in my entire grade that had never gotten in trouble. And I took pride in that. That was a huge deal to me. And it made me not defend myself. And I look back on it, I probably should have. Like, I know it's just like, it's kind of life lessons type thing. But you shouldn't take crap from anybody. Like, I don't know. It's one of those weird gray lines. Like, it's a strange subject. I don't know. I probably shouldn't be telling you what to do at your school and stuff. I obviously don't know situations. None of you might even be being bullied. It just always makes me sick when people get bullied. Like, it's a huge thing to me. It makes me really mad that somebody could bully another kid like that. Like, I can't imagine doing something bad to somebody. It's just horrible. Like, but it obviously happens every day. Causes a lot of bad stuff in the world, and it's just unfortunate that it's, you know, a problem. I'm gonna try and get on a nicer subject here once we get off of this guy, but see what I mean? His name. That's how I commentate. His name gave me a topic for the entire duration of his battle. And then the next guy's gonna give me a topic. It's like, hey, I knew a Chad. I did know a Chad. I had a great friend named Chad. He was really awesome. I got some funny stories about that one, but he moved away shortly after I left my school, and he went to, like, Kentucky or Tennessee or one of those, so really far away. I've really not ever heard from him since, unfortunately. He was a really good friend, though. He was awesome. We always had so many funny stories and stuff when we went to the zoo field trip and stuff like that. It was really good times. I'd love to share some of those sometime, but I'll save that for when I fight a trainer named Chad at some point, right? Watch this guy actually be named Chad. I just broke out of that prison. What did I do to get in there in the first place? That's none of your business. Oh, wow. This is like a really dark area of the game. And this is a bird keeper, right? Bird keeper Chad. I swear to God, I thought it was Chad. But I had a friend named Chase, too. I know, I did. I'm not just talking about Chase from Zoe 101. I'm for realsies. I had a friend named Chase. It's a long time ago, but I got a good story about it. So, I have a story for everything. Oh, man. It's great, though. It's the best commentary. It really is. I enjoy doing that a lot. Let me know if you like my stories and life lessons, even though it's coming from a 19-year-old. I'll be 20 in a little bit, but, well, still 7 months. But actually, exactly 7 months. It's the 17th. 5th month. 7 plus 5 is 12, right? Yes, it is, Quorum. Wait, is it? Yeah. I don't math, guys. You know this. But the Chase story. So I had a friend growing up named Chase. It was like the first grade. So we were like 7, 8. It was like 8 or 9. I don't know how old we were in the 7th grade. Oh, in the first grade. In the first grade, and he was awesome. And he made a game. He was like really cool kid and stuff. Everybody was friends with Chase. And his game was Chase, and all the girls would chase the boys and stuff. And it was like it was a glorified tag, I guess you could say. And he moved away after that year. He was only there for the first grade. But me and my friend Cage were huge friends with Chase. Me and Cage, I know, so many different names, right? but we were great friends with Chase, and me and Cage went to a hotel one time with my dad, just for a little fun, to go swimming and stuff, and, man, what was I gonna say? This guy got me caught off guard. Watch this guy's name be named Cage, or Chad. Lacey. Poor guy. Poor guy. Whatever. Yeah, he's a Breloom. But me and my friend Cage went to a hotel one day, and it was like, you know, 7 years later. It was a really long time later, and I don't really have much choice here. I must stay in and go for the Ice Punch, which could be really bad, but we were talking about Chase, how we used to play the game Chase and stuff. I'm terrified. Okay. I was terrified what that was going to do. But we were talking about him, just completely randomly talking to him. He moved away years ago. We never seen or heard from him again. And we were just randomly talking about him, right? I kid you not, we ran into him that day. What are the odds? We were dying. We were rolling. We were just sitting there, like, on this ledge, and we were looking in the pool over this ledge, and we were like, Cage. I was like, Cage, that's Chase. That's Chase. And he's like, come on. We're never going to see him again. And I was like, Cage, look, that's Chase. It's been like 7 years, so obviously we don't know, but we were like, that's him. And we were like, Chase. And he looks, and he's like waving at us like, Cage and Jarrett. And it was like, what are the chances? You know, it's like such a tiny world. Am I right or am I right? It's just like, the world's interesting. And we thought he moved far. Boil? What's boil? Not poison attack? It's gotta be poison. That's like, looks like a powerful attack. What just happened? Leaf! You gotta be joking me! Wow. That's so dumb. Some random attack I never heard from. Poison move. Happens to crit. Oh man, Braden could be in trouble here. I knew Braden. Yeah, that's what this alligator's named after. But wow, that's so stupid. What is even Boil? It's got the longest animation. It's gotta be brokenly powerful. What the heck? Oh my god, it's a damage roll if it uses Boil again. What is this move? I don't understand. Leaf and Braden. Leaf and Braden, you gotta be joking me. After I say our team is going excellently. Oh my god, from some nutto attack. Wow. That's such a joke. I bullied him and made fun of his name. Man. I'm so mad right now. That's ridiculous. Holy crap. I'm so concerned that our rival is going to ambush us in this prison. I just have a feeling. But I really want to peek inside just in case there's a Pokemon Center. What is this? If you don't have some form of ID, you'll get in real trouble if you go eastward. 2 mining picks. I mean, I'll use them here. Oh, man. Leaf and Braden. Right after I said our team was growing... Oh, a fossil. Right after our team was going excellent. Oh, man. I'm so mad about that. I'm mad because that's like, what, the 3rd or 4th death that was from some random attack that I've never heard of before? Wow. That sucks. That really does blow really bad. Man, I'll use Leaf's severed body to go back to the Pokemon Center. Man, I'll see you guys back at the center. Alright, guys. Here we are in the Pokemon Center, right after I said our team was going great. And we gotta say goodbye to 2 of our longer members of the team. Leaf the Ludicolo and Braden the Feraligatr. Wow, that's nuts. From Boyle. Somebody please tell me what that attack does. That's gotta be like 100 power. Like an earthquake poison attack. It's gotta be something nuts. Wow. That's ridiculous. Also, something I should add to that Chase story I was saying. We've never seen him again. Which is interesting, because it's been a really long time since then. It's been probably another 7 years at this point. It has been a really, really long time, and I've never seen him again, which is interesting. I don't know about Cage. I really don't talk to him anymore, but it's interesting, to say the least. So, it's time to say goodbye to, I think, death number 13. Ludicolo. Our Ludicolo Leaf. And death number 14, Braden the Feraligatr. Looking at Braden's attack, Braden was stacked. Like, Leaf and Braden were really good together. They didn't have the best type coverage. Actually, they did. They didn't share any weaknesses. They were really good together, and I'm really sad to see them go like that. That's nuts. So, now we have room for some better pairings, at least. Some more type coverage, I guess you could say. Wow. I don't know. We still have our water type in Denim, but I'd like to have somebody that can surf. I know Rhyhorn can. Obviously, it would be worse than giving it to Denim. Actually, Bubble Beam isn't physical. I think our Surfer is going to be Denim now. Wow, man, that's nuts. That's all I can say. Just some random attack. That's crazy. But I do need Surf, so I'm going to get rid of Bubble Beam. Why not? I mean, it's an HM, but maybe the move deleter sometime soon. Who knows? But I need to add a whole new pair, which is crazy. So, I'm going to go off my hunch that the sound type is coming up. I think electric is super effective against sound. So, I need to go ahead and look at everybody we have first. What males do I have? I have Dakota, Froggy. Alright, so obviously I'm going to use Froggy. Just because I really wanted to use a Yanma. And I don't really want to use Dakota, I don't think. Actually, I want to check. Can Froggy learn, Fly in this game? I know they can't in the other games, but can they in this? Yes, Froggy can. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Alright, so I'm going to use Froggy the Yanma. Definitely. I'll get rid of Wing Attack. I need the move space, because I'm sure Yanmega can learn some crazy good attacks. So I'm going to use Froggy the Yanma, which will be a Yanmega, obviously. It's super weak to Rock. So what would cover Rock really well? I mean, another water type would. I can use literally anything. Ooh, man, Feebas would be pretty cool. I would have a Flygon, because they'd be level 45, which would be pretty cool. I mean, I really want to use Shark, just to use the shiny. I think that'd be cool, but would they pair up well together? They'd both be weak to Ice, but do you have Solid Rock? I think Rockhead stays Rockhead. I don't know. I'm actually not going to add anybody quite yet. Froggy is going to be added, though, so I'm going to wait till next episode to add somebody, because I want to double-check that Yanma can even evolve, for one thing. I might not be able to get the move for that, because he might be too high of a level, I'm not sure. And I want to see if I can still evolve Rhyhorn, stuff like that. So I'm going to definitely put some thought into it. And I think that's where we're going to end it here. So if you guys did enjoy this episode, a like is appreciated. It helps out a great deal. And if you want to see more Pokemon Wedlocks, like Pokemon Prism, feel free to subscribe. And in the next episode, we'll continue to that prison with a new pair to join along. And don't feel like you need to suggest a pair or anything. This is what is much pre-recorded. It's pre-recorded a while, so I'll definitely have already done all of that. So with that being said, I'll see you guys next time with a brand new pair. Thanks for watching.